Hello and welcome. I'm Andrew Cooper Knight from Inspire Life Guidance, and I'm here with another short video to talk us through one of the major arcana in the tarot cards. Here we go. This is the Rider-Waite deck. This is the pack that I teach with and the deck that I use most of the time with my clients. Beautiful deck with 78 cards, artwork from Pamela Colman-Smith. Today's card, we're looking at the Fool. Now, we're not being offensive. When we find the Fool card, we're not calling our client a fool. But what are we saying? Well, first of all, let's look at what's in the card. We have our subject looking quite happy, heading for the edge of a precipice, maybe a cliff. We have a little dog here, just behind, just leaping up at our subject. Here we have a rucksack, a flower, the sun, and a very ornate robe that our subject is wearing. Looking at the cards, what do you see? So, the Fool card. The yellow makes up a large part of the sky in the background on this card. Yellow, naturally, stands for creativity. So this card is a creative card. There's a lot going on in this card. It's the very first card of the major arcana. So for many people, this is a brand new start. The slate has been wiped clean, and now it's up to our client where they go, how they go about that, and maybe even who with. Looking at this in a very enthusiastic, opportunistic slant, this guy here wandering off, facing upwards, not looking where he's going, because maybe now is the time to be more carefree. Maybe now is the time not to worry about consequences. Maybe now is the time to take risks. He is approaching the edge of this precipice. But what we can't see is what's here. What is on the other side? Maybe there's just a small gap and he's going to be stepping across to somewhere else that is safe. Maybe it's a small step down, a small step up. We don't know. But if we look at the stance of our main character, he certainly does look carefree. He's not worried. Perhaps he's not even thinking. Maybe our client is very logical, very busy, very business orientated. Maybe our client is driven by facts and figures and planning and structure. Maybe this card is telling our client to loosen up, just to lighten that a little bit. Let things happen. Take your foot off the pedal. Stop the planning. Stop the structure. Trust. Trust in the universe. The flowers on the robe, the flower he's holding, it's all about growth, potential, abundance. He seems to have plenty of that in this card. If we're to look at the knapsack, maybe this is telling us that he doesn't need very much to move forward. He has it already. Very little work, very little effort will need to go into this. Because once again, we're looking at trust. The sun behind him, providing him the warmth, nurturing, encouragement. All of that is seen with the sun behind him. And the little dog. Do you see the little dog as running along with him, scampering along, a trusted friend, a loyal servant? Or do you see that little dog trying to stop him, to warn him? If we're to look at the challenging aspects of the Fool card, it could be that our client needs to look into things a little bit more. They need to look ahead. They need to prepare. Very much if you see the beneficial or the challenging aspects of this card. With the precipice, he's not watching where he's going. So contradictory to how we looked at this a moment ago, maybe he does need to look down. Maybe he does need help. Maybe he needs to listen to his friends, to advice. to gain some greater understanding of where he's going. Remembering that the Fool is the beginning of the journey, we can't help but point out that there is a lot ahead of them, a lot of potential, maybe a lot of choices too. And as with all tarot readings, it's how our client deals with choices, with new beginnings, with taking risks, with holding back and needing to prepare more. And these are the ripple effects of any tarot reading. How does it leave our clients? How do they feel about what the card is indicating for them? Is this something they find easy? Something they find difficult? And either way, what can we do to reassure, to support, to continue that story and message that is right for our client? So the Fool card, the first is the Major Arcana. The story has yet to be told. It's just how our client chooses to reveal that story that is going to be important. I'll leave you with the Fool card for today. See you soon.